Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I never told that much about the planche because I can't do the full planche, so there was no reason for me to do a video about the planche. However, I can do the tuck planche, and the tuck planche is one of the stages, progressions of the planche. The tuck planche is relatively difficult to do, and I will show you the exercises that I did in order to achieve the tuck planche. And if you continue training, you can even advance to more difficult planche progressions. Before we start, I want to talk about the mechanics and the muscles that are going to be engaged while doing the planche. The planche is a full body exercise skill, and the main muscles that you're gonna use are on your upper body, and it's your shoulders that have to hold your entire body, but the scapula, biceps and your core will also play a big role. Without these muscles, you cannot planche. When you're doing planches, what you want to do is to protract your scapula, so forward, and also to the press, so down. So it's a forward and down movement, and the more you press in this position, you have more control over your body. And you want to press as much as you can, and when you do that, it occurs a leaning forward movement, and that what allows you then to lift your legs, and you will only be able to do that once your hands are at your waist level. And also your arms have to be straight, so have them locked. And before you even attempt to do any planches, please warm up, because it puts a lot of pressure on your elbows, shoulders and wrists. Now, what I just said, it's nice and all that, but doing it's not really. The first thing to do is to get on the floor and do this first exercise, which is called the planche lean. Place your hands shoulder width apart or a bit wider, and very important is don't have them like this, like a normal push-up. Turn them outwards a bit, okay? That is more comfortable for your fingers and wrists. Keep your arms straight and locked, and also point the ditch of your elbows forward. And then you want to do that scapular protraction and depression that I talked about. So it's a forward and down motion, and then do the external rotation to point the ditch of your elbows forward. And now combine everything together, so hands outwards, and then arms locked and straight. Now protract the scapula, depress and point the ditch of your elbows forward, and then you want to lean forward. And when you lean forward, you want to focus a lot on your scapular protraction and depression. You want to press as much, because if you don't do it, your planche lean will look like this, and it's not a good form if you kind of let your scapula sink. Now keep practicing the planche lean. Don't underestimate this exercise. It's a really good one. And what you can do is add variations to the planche lean. For example, go to the planche lean that you know, but this time I want you to be in a tuck position. And now try to stretch your legs and then bring them in. So it's the planche in and out. And here you're not only using the same muscles for the planche, but you are also working on your core. Or you can also use a chair, put your feet on top of the chair and do the planche leans like this. It's a more challenging one, but definitely a good one. Instead of doing just holds, so isometrics, you can also do dynamics, and it's the planche leans. To do this, do the normal planche lean that you know, and then press as much as you can to go into a pike position, and then lean again and do it 4 reps. Your aim should be 4 to 6 reps, and you should also aim for 5 to 8 sets, and don't do many exercises. Aim for 2 to 3 exercises per workout session, okay? For this next exercise, I'm going to use the parallettes, and it's the assisted tuck planche push-ups. Such a long name. Here again, remember to protract the scapula and the press, and then point the ditch of your elbows forward. And then when you do that, try to lean a bit forward and then come down and then push up, just like this. In this exercise, you don't feel your chest that much because you are in a protracted position. And that means that your shoulders will do a lot of work. And this also means that this exercise will fatigue your shoulders quickly. And now this next exercise is where we are going to lift our legs for the first time, and it's the cross stand with straight arms. This exercise helped me tremendously with the tuck planche. By putting your knees on your elbows, you will reduce the weight. And here again, scapula protracted, the press, ditch of your elbows forward, and then place one knee on your elbow and then the other one. Do it slowly if you have to, and then try to balance yourself like that. And keep the scapula protracted, the press, and the ditch of your elbows forward throughout the exercise. Now advancing to the next exercise. At the beginning, when you're doing it for the first time, it can be a lot of motion, so it will be a little of jerky motion is what I'm trying to say. And you will start in this position, and then you will do kind of a reverse hip raise. Start with your legs in front of you and then explode back and tuck your legs, just like this. And then repeat. At the beginning, it's a lot of jerky motion. You will be balancing all over the place, but then the more you do it, you will get stronger, and then you will have more control over your body. You can also decide, if you are afraid, you can also decide to do this exercise slower, but your hips won't raise as high. And also guys, you can do this exercise on the high dip bars. You just have to balance your legs and then you will do the same movement. But if you are scared because they can wobble, please be careful. I don't want you to get hurt, alright? Guys, if you're struggling to keep that scapular protraction, depression, and ditch of your elbows forward, here's another exercise that you can do, which is the scapular protraction and depression. Be in a tucked position and protract your scapula, then let it sink, and then protract and depress. Protract and depress. If you don't have parallels, you can also do them on the floor. You can decide to do it in the tucked version, just like this, or do it just like the planche lean, like this. And after some time of training, you will be able to do the tuck planche. And that is how you unlock the tuck planche. And now guys, to advance from here to other progressions is a different story, where you use resistance bands, and you can also use resistance band to do the tuck planche with resistance bands. And then the Tanetti press as well. It's helping me a lot, the Tanetti press, and doing planches with the resistance bands. And as you can see, you're not the only one who struggles. And guys, there are a few things that I would like to share with you too, especially if you're in your planche journey. As for example, when you're doing planches and then you stop, your forearms tend to hurt a lot, and I want to help you, to give you some tips and advice to prevent that, to listen to your body as well, and to escape the overtraining, and also if you have pain on your wrists when doing the planches. But that all, I will do it in another video. And guys, if you still need help with the tuck planche, you can always ask in the comments, and I will be there for you guys. And yeah, with that all being said, I will end it here. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, and don't forget to click on the notification bell so that you won't miss any new coming videos. And I'll see you next time. Thank you and see ya.